It's the 23rd of May, 2016. Yes, my hair's wet because I got out of the shower earlier. And I'm dealing with something. I went to buy the book Essentialism because Mom's gotten into it, and I was going to get into it too. She just got to the Michael Hyatt episode before I did, if I'm honest. Why, I went to go buy it, and it swore I'd already bought it. Not only that, but it won't show up in the app. Odd. Right now, I'm on chat with Audible tech support to try to figure out what the heck's going on. And Mom's paging me, of course. Had to reheat my breakfast. But the problem got fixed. Turns out because me and Mom have linked our Prime accounts, we get each other's books. That's where it was coming from.
Check it out. That movie is getting 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to sneeze. Here it goes. All right.
Two influencers that I happen to follow on Snapchat suddenly followed me on Twitter, and I'm wondering how in the world did they find me? Because since I joined Snapchat pre me changing my name to TSC and Sam anywhere else, and I can't change it on here, I'm still LabTech7 on this account because the amount of things I would have to do just to make a new account, new name, all that, it's not worth the trouble. So I come back to how did they find me? The only thing I can guess is that I've got enough Google juice for doing this for 5 years. But man, it kind of feels good whenever I do that. Mom just said, you know, you've been doing this long enough to where you're part of that group. And I was like, oh, put myself down way too much. I think of myself as one of the small timers. And, you know, I think I give myself too much crap. Because I'm not doing this professionally, so I suppose for some reason I discount myself a bit. And I really need to stop. Most of the time when I talk to someone that's in our sort of creative space and I say I've been doing this for 5 years, they're like, wow, you know, and everything. So yeah, I think I need to give myself some credit. Just need to work on doing that. Also, interesting little social media habit that I've noticed lately, and I sort of posted on it on there too, but I'll be real quick on here. I'm aware that there are a bunch of people who, in the name of my faith, do really crappy things. And I've even been told by friends that they in no way see me as one of those people, which means I'm doing it right. That gives me a relief. But I still don't have to be reminded every dang day of someone doing something stupid. That may be my biggest pet peeve in life. Not that someone's reminding me. My biggest pet peeve is that someone is doing that to where someone can remind me. That's my biggest pet peeve. Being a jerk and a troll in the name of my faith. Just, no. Doing it wrong. Doing it wrong. So yeah, every time I'm reminded of another one, I sour a teensy bit. I'm not gonna lie. I get a bit salty, okay? Especially there was one, oh god, okay, there was one that was a bit more of the PR of Christianity rather than someone doing something, right? It was trying to be all cute by showing, well, I'm standing in the pantry, so it was trying to show a nutrition label. Nutrition label, as parody goes, was showing the nutrition information of the Bible. You know where this is going, right? So then they proceeded to have things like 10% bigotry. Okay, no. Just no. One word could have been changed in that, and I would have loved it to pieces. The nutrition information of religion. That would have been correct. Because honestly, I'll give you a hint, most of the things that those jerks say, it's in there. If you actually go to where they quote, you go, what the heck are they talking about? So no, the text doesn't have that crap in there. It's just they've translated it as that in the way that they read it. So yeah, if that had just been the nutrition information of religion, I would have loved it. Heck, I probably would have even shared it. Because it would have been good. But a lot of people just assume that because all they hear from these badly religious people is, the Bible told me to do this. The Bible told me to be hateful. The Bible told me to do this and that and this. And guess what? It didn't tell them any of that stuff. But no one knows. This is the PR nightmare of believing in God, is that you have all of these jerks that have screwed it up. So as a result, there are so many people that have been hurt by these religious jackanapes, and trust me, I want to use a stronger word, but I'm not going to. And as a result, they will never find what Christianity is because of these people. And that that's probably the biggest crime to me. Because, spoiler alert, you cannot just drag anyone in. You don't fear tactic someone by going, oh, you're gonna burn. You don't bully someone into it. It's something that a person has to come to on their own. The problem, though, is that coming to their own is a lot more difficult when they see nothing but all of these jerks doing stuff. That's one of my driving forces. I try to be a good example, and according to friends that have no faith whatsoever, I apparently succeed. If I can give just one shining example, me and my family, of going, no, here's what it actually was as opposed to these jerks. I'm doing it right. Let your life be your testimony, not a bunch of scare tactics spewing from your mouth and a bunch of hatred. Doesn't work that way. It was intended to work that way, and if you think it does, sorry, you're wrong. In fact, no, not sorry. Just, you're wrong. There we go. Plain and simple. To anyone that has been hurt by one of these people, I'm so sorry. Nothing that I can do can stop that pain in you. I get it. Am I going to disagree with you on some things because of my beliefs? Yes. Am I going to be a jerk about it? Lord, I hope not. Because I'm doing it wrong if I am. So yeah, rant over, but I don't know, I've had one of those days where I needed a rant. So, there you go. To the jerks, knock it off. And to the ones that have been hurt, I'm so sorry. There you go. Wait, I don't have a lot of shirts. What? Oh. Yeah, that's right. I've got to do that. Guess whose butt I kicked yesterday in Marvel Heroes? This is appropriate. That's not the only X-Men filter on here, by the way. In fact, all of them are X-Men filters today, so they did a complete buyout for the movie. But given that I've never been a huge X-Men fan, I know, take points off my geek card. Some people are shocked whenever they hear that. But yeah, like I said, yesterday on Marvel Heroes, I actually kicked Magneto's butt, so I figured it was appropriate to at least use that one. But the rest of them, I'm not gonna bother. So I'm about to watch my first masterclass of Platform University. Took me long enough, but I've finally got things figured out. Oddly enough, it's about scheduling things, so maybe I need this one. Guys, that Platform U talk was awesome. That alone was worth my membership for the first month. So, looking forward to where it takes me. I'll be honest, I'm kind of glad there's a wide open talk show today, because I've got some personal stuff, and doing what I'm passionate about always makes me feel better. It's been one of those days, right? You have them. Guess it's a case of the Mondays. God, I can't believe I did that.
Let's talk about the headlines. A Friday update to the DRM on Oculus Rift games added a check to see.
Had a great episode of Watts, and as usual, just as I predicted, it made me feel fantastic. I'm feeling a lot better than I was. Those always do that. Now I've just got some unscheduled time on my hands. I think I'm actually going to start, at least, doing something that I've been meaning to do for a while with my music. A while back, someone asked me to do music for a party, and that party got canceled, so I never had to really. But the point is, I really should be prepared for that possibility. So I'm going to make a generic party list. And then from that list, if anyone wants to, then I can ask them what they want and go from there.